trying to make a bunch of videos just explaining some of the delta math. I know they have their own videos, but I also know that sometimes you just rather hear my voice. So we are looking at ones where they're giving you a derivative graph and asking what we could know about the original, and they're actually being very specific and saying, what could we know about -2 if this is a graph of the derivative? So if this is a graph of the derivative, notice -2 is a place where the derivative equals 0. Prior to -2, the derivative is positive. After -2, the derivative is negative. So we can say that the value of f of -2, well, do I know that? We know it is, so it's increasing, decreasing. We know it's a maximum, but we don't actually know the value because we don't know the original function. We do know the derivative of -2 is 0. So again, this is possible to know. It's kind of what I've talked about when you're doing curve analysis. You don't know y values unless you have an original function, which you don't. Feature. -2 would have to be a maximum because it is a place where the derivative went from positive to negative, so that means it's a maximum. And the derivative at 2, would be, well, the derivative here, it is decreasing, so that means would not have a horizontal tangent. Sign change doesn't exist. The derivative has a sign change. It goes from positive to negative. See if that's everything I wanted. There we go. And the reason I said if you're not sure about this decreasing non-horizontal tangent, what it means is now we're looking at, like, what do we know about the slope of it? So we know that my derivative is decreasing, meaning it won't, if I actually looked at like the next derivative, it would be negative. Let me show you another one. All right, so this is an original graph. It is so important to look at what you're looking at. So this is an original graph, and we're trying to figure out what we would know about -7. All right, so -7 is right here. My function at -7 looks like it equals 0. My derivative at -7, it is decreasing. So I know my derivative at -7 has to be negative. At -7, my feature is, it is decreasing. Not applicable. Sign change, at -7, it was a positive to a negative. And my derivative at -7, it doesn't have a sign change because it's decreasing, so it would always be negative. No sign change. So that's what you're doing with those. Please take your time and see what you're actually looking at if you're looking at an original function or a derivative function.